So, I got a couple things that let's start with this one. So, here's a question for you. Slimmy, what's good, bro? Don't, man. I was just lifting my arm up and I pressed the button that ended the stream. Jeez. Slimmy said, "Spaces, how you mess up the live, my G? What up, though? What's up?
Hold on, before you read all that, there was a lot of people who said happy birthday to you.
I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry.
Let's not.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I should have hit you with the messing up the stream.
Be Home said, "Spaces that homie." Yes, sir. I try to be cool with everybody, especially the people that I really rock with. So here's a question. Think back, let's just say when Michael Jordan was in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And in a lot of people's eyes, he was perceived as like unstoppable, right? What would you say if the NBA or other coaches complained to the NBA about Jordan being so good, and now they try to change rules based upon how good he was?
I mean, that's what happened when you the absolute best. When one person is dominating, they tend to change the rules so you can't dominate in that way.
Okay. So
that's why they changed the whole foul structure.
Because I know it was a lot more physical before.
Oh yeah, half the fouls wouldn't have got called. You wouldn't have spent so much time at the free throw line.
I remember seeing a game recently. I don't know how maybe it was years ago, and I was looking at certain things happen in the ref calling fouls. I was like, I mean, technically it is a foul. It is a foul to the ref's point, to the ref calling it. But at the same time, it's like, everybody's so soft, man. Like, take that and keep moving. Like,
I don't know, man. Back in the 90s, it was no blood, no foul. You ain't bleeding. He ain't making no contact. So I don't know.
Yeah. So
is it fair to change the rules? No.
Right, and that's what I'm really.
He was playing within the confines of the rules, and for y'all to go to change the rules because one person is dominating is bull.
Slimmy said, "Hold up! Happy birthday to the dancing machine. Enjoy yourself, bro. Keep working and doing great things. Likewise, Slimmy. You think I ain't hear that you passed your exam? You said I don't know what exam it was, but congratulations to you too, bro."
Everybody getting these air horns.
I'm so bad with that.
That's why I'm a producer. I'll be ready.
Straight up. I'll be forgetting about that thing. I'll be so immersed in the conversation.
For sure. Move, slide it over.
He said move. Let's see. Where'd it go? Here we go. So, Simone Biles. Do you know anything about how she's been performing recently?
I know she fell off the balance beam. I mean, I know what you're getting at. I follow sports. I ain't gonna say I follow sports heavily, but being a comedian, I'm always scrolling, looking at what everybody's talking about.
2K, what's good, bro? How your mama now? You know, I've been waiting for you to come here so I can say that, right?
How your mama now?
Yeah, hi. That's the question he asked everybody who called into his show. How your mama now? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I know what you're getting at here. Yeah, it's too dang on good, and the judges don't like you.
So I read this story, right? I believe this is a story. Making sure I got it.
I showed you the short.
Yeah. You did. So it says, upon her international competition after 2 years, Simone Biles had an impressive outing at the 2023 Gymnastics World Championships. The American clinched 5 medals, 4 gold and 1 silver, making her the gymnast with the most Olympic and World Championship medals. Can you hit the applause?
Applause.
Straight up. 4 gold and 1 silver, right? While most fans and enthusiasts of the sport were overjoyed to see Biles back to her winning ways, the head coach of the Russian artistic gymnastics team, Valentina, I don't know how to pronounce that, didn't share the same sentiments. She said that Biles' routine had no artistic element to it, adding that her winning solely based on the difficulty of her moves was unmerited in an interview with Match TV.
Mm-hmm.
Rodeo Nickel.
Yeah.
Rodeo. I'm calling her Rodeo. She said, I want to express my regrets about Biles' victory. What is gymnastics? It's scary to watch it. Do you think there is at least some kind of aesthetic there? Low. There is simply nothing to watch. She has no great performance, only difficult. She has no great performance, only difficulty. She only wins through difficulty. So what do you think about that so far?
Boy, if you don't
That's exactly what I think about that. You telling me she only wins because what she does is difficult, can't nobody else do it? You telling me she the only person in the whole world, because the gymnastics is a world event. You telling me she the only person in the whole world that can do these stunts, and that does not warrant her being held as the champion, held as having the better floor routine, or just being the best, and that gets you gold medal. Yes, doing the most difficult things, and especially doing things nobody can do, makes you the best. That's why we watch like slam dunk contests.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do a slam dunk that can't nobody else do, you are the best dunker.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So what do you mean? She doing moves that can't nobody else do. You are the best gymnast or the best at that floor routine.
Yeah,
building your online.
There's nothing else you can say or do and put in between there. That's what it is.
Absolutely, and I 1000% agree. I just want to get a little bit of her doing her work, right? Bow. So check this out, man. Check this out.
She has some of the most difficult gymnastics in the world.
Bro.
And this is a Biles double out with a half turn. So difficult to
And you see,
land that.
she's spinning her
Crazy.
body at the last minute. Come on, bro.
Your skill named after her.
Her floor routines are crazy. I saw one earlier.
You just say she got a
Remember,
skill
she
named
has
after her. That's
two
crazy.
skills already named the Biles in the code of points.
That's
Potentially
crazy.
two more. You have to land them successfully in a major international competition, though, to earn the name.
Come on, man.
So it's
Come on, man.
Bro, to get a move named after you, gotta be cold.
Come on, man.
Gotta be cold.
Come on, man. And this reminds me, not necessarily related, but it reminds me of what's that movie? It was a movie. I almost shouldn't even mention it, but it's a movie about swimming with was Bernie Mac in it? I forget what it was. It was a movie about swimming. But anyway, that just so far that irritated me. That irritated me. Like, you're telling me that I'm the best, so I should, or the league or the gymnastics or associate, whatever the.
There we
the
go.
people-
Terrence Howard, not
See, I was gonna say Terrence Howard. Thanks, be humble. I'm so good. That means instead of you
catch it up.
making your
Catch up. Get your weight up.
Instead of you working your players harder to meet my goal, to meet my standards and all the hard work that I work towards.
It's like telling Elon Musk, "Oh, you can't earn a meal this year. Can't nobody else do it. Get out of here."
Let's see. Let me catch up in the comments. Y'all going crazy. Slimmy said, "Gotta go bust back in motion." Thanks, bro. Thanks for stopping by. 2K said, "She good. Thanks for asking, my boy." 2K has some crazy stories on his channel. Y'all check out Talks with 2K. He has some crazy stories on his channel. Nasty Beauty said, "I heard the gold medal does even have any." Wait, I heard the gold medal does even have any in it like it used to.
Oh, like it doesn't have gold.
Doesn't have any gold in it. Okay, my
It
bad.
was like 30% gold.
Be Humble said Russians are cheaters. That's why they weren't there. Be Humble said, I bet if she could, I think you meant she could. If she could use the N word, she would have. Oh, you talking about the
oh yeah,
coach,
for sure,
coach. I bet if she could, she would use the N word when speaking about Simone. Maul, what's good, bro? Ham. I think he's in Jamaica doing his thing right now. I don't want to say. Well, he already did. He said, Guan, spaces, you will love Jamaica.
All that music.
He said, Be Humble said, yeah, and Terrence Howard, Bernie Mac was in it too. Yeah.
Was he? I don't remember.
Yeah, he was like a janitor or something like that of the
oh yeah, the little plex. Yeah.
Maul got that passport stamped. I see you. But yeah, man, it was wild, bro. Like when I read that, you want okay, now I want to relate this to something.
Mm-hmm.
And it may not necessarily connect because it's different things, but I'm just wondering if we're applying the same concept, right? In the military, I've seen, and we talked about this before. I don't know if you're here for that day, but we talked about the standards, the physical standards of being in the military,
right,
being toned down to make it more acceptable for women to be in the military. So how do you feel about that? Because I've heard people, not necessarily, maybe Be Humble might be able to speak to it because he was in the military as well. I think he was in the Navy. And I've seen videos of people talking about how the standards have been lessened to make it more acceptable for women to, participate in the military. So are we still saying get your weight up, or are we just going by different standards, or what are your thoughts?
Was there all I don't know. I was never in the military. Was there always a men standard and women standard, or was it just one standard and everybody had to pass it?
As far as I understand it, it was okay. This is another thing Be Humble would be able to speak better about. As far as I know, the military was specifically men, and then at a certain point, women got brought into the fold with it.
Mm-hmm.
But so as far as the standards go, it would be standards that men would have to meet. But
what did he say? He just said.
Be Humble said the standards are always been different, but for men and women.
Right. Okay. If there's a standard for men and then there's a standard for women, and you tell me they're lowering the standard so more women can come in.
That's what I've seen and heard a lot of people talk. They'll say.
Wait, what?
Be Humble said, but they may have changed to help women who have kids with body fat.
No, you can get rid of that. I'm not trying to hear that.
Ooh.
As the person with a lot of body fat, you can get rid of it. Bro, if that's the standard, that's the fucking standard. Like,
right.
You want to be in the military so bad, go get in shape. Get in shape enough to do basic, and basic can put you in training.
Be Humble said, I agree.
Put you fit enough for training. So
yeah, because I think, like, for instance, I recall somebody mentioning like being able to do 20 pull-ups straight. Women are likely a lot of men can't even do 20 pull-ups straight.
I sure the fuck can't.
I know I can't. not straight.
I'm gonna need 20 days, one a day.
Right? Like I can do straight right off the bat, fresh muscles, not sore or anything. I could do 8 to 12 maybe.
I'm gonna need one a day. I'm gonna need them. Let's spread this out.
Be Humble
two a day, one in the morning, one at night.
Right, get the muscles warmed up.
Hey, for sure.
Be Humble said, but I seen a lot of get kicked out. Yeah, the Navy has changed from pull-ups to planks. Or what is it? Sit-ups to planks.
Mm. Look, okay. Now, if you could supplement it for another quote unquote workout or another thing you deem well enough for credentialing, that's different. Mm-hmm. But to lower the standard, like say if it was 30 sit-ups in a minute, or you have to do, and they go, you know what, maybe that's too much. Let's go 25 because these women, aren't cutting it. It's too much for them. Then they ain't the ones y'all need. Don't send no weaklings in the military over to do something now. Because you send me over there to go fight. You think I'm going to run 2-3 miles with a backpack on successfully. We all go fucking die.
Be Humble said the women's standards are a lot lower. So I'm thinking, as much as we can possibly speak to it, it's like apples to apples, right? So pull-ups to pull-ups, sit-ups to sit-ups, miles to miles, whatever. From what I've been hearing, men would have 20 push-ups, pull-ups, and women would have 12.
12, right.
Are we still saying get your weight up?
No. Again, to me, it's two separate standards. Don't look at the men's standards and go, well, the women should be close. No. You have a men's standard, you have a women's standard. That's what it is. Now, like I said, if you're lowering it for other women to get it, that's crazy. If you're not going to lower it for other men, and I don't think it should be lowered at all.
Okay.
If that's your standard, that's your standard, right? When it comes to anything else, like when I was like doing all the police applications and stuff, you got to pass certain fitness tests, and men had a standard and women had a standard. They even had an age standard, but they weren't gonna be like, oh, okay, y'all, since y'all ain't getting it, we'll lower it. No, that's not how it works. You have to pass this, period.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Or join Space Force.
The Humble said Space Force doesn't have physical standards.
That's crazy. You just got to know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah, I think as far as Simone Biles, I think Simone Biles is a living legend. I think as far as gymnastics, which I don't know a whole lot about, but as far as gymnastics, she's untouchable. She's like the Michael Jordan of gymnastics.
I'm so tired of people
making that connection.
No. I'll say Michael Phelps.
Okay.
People always go, he's the greatest Olympian.
Okay.
But Simone Biles does, I get it's gymnastics. He does swimming. He does several events in swimming. She does several events in gymnastics. But I would go and say she's a better athlete.
I would agree.
I'm just saying.
I would agree. Because with swimming,
it's difficult, and all that shit is difficult because I can't do it. So, all that shit is difficult. It may be my race bias is showing a little bit, but I think gymnastics overall is a much more difficult event. There's no swim called the Phelps.
Ooh.
Skills. That can't.
Go ahead.
No, that was it. It ain't no move called the Phelps. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing he can add to that sport other than swimming fast.
Exactly. And now
Usain Bolt, same thing.
To go along with what you said, as far as swimming, now we had swimming pool in my high school, right?
Same.
We had to do before when we took I had this class called Challenge Ed, and at the beginning of class, me knowing how to do the basics of swimming, you know what I'm saying? I could definitely do like fun swimming. Like you go to a hotel with your peoples, like a family thing. I could do that.
Right.
But anything relative to competitive swimming is not, no. Now, we had to go, I forget. I think it was from here to there was one lap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Back and forth, 8 laps. They called it laps, 8 laps.
Mm-hmm.
And every so often they added 2 more. Before we were done, we're at 16.
You little swim team?
No. It's called, the class was called Challenge Ed. It's meant to challenge you on purpose.
Okay. That's a lot.
So I say that to say at the end of it all, it's still swimming. Right? It's still just you essentially for the most part
moving through water.
Moving through. Look at this. Look at this. Man, look at her, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, nothing could be added to swimming. And I'm not knocking him because he broke, several world records and all that other good stuff. Like,
no, look at this. I slowed this down, by the way. Let's see. Oh, turn on the sound.
The intergalactic debut.
Come on, man. Like she, look how tall she is. Look how tall she is.
She's 4'11".
4'11", bro. She's jumping over her own head.
The intergalactic debut of a triple.
Come on, man. Stop it. Simone Biles is a legend. Yeah. And Nelson Beauty spoke to something. Nasty Beauty says, "Be humble." You so distracting, bro. Be humble said some black women are upset that Simone let her hubby wear her gold medal.
Well, wait,
Did you hear about that?
Why we care? Why do we care? It's hers. What? I was mad she wore a fucking Packers jacket to the Bears practice. That's what I was mad about. I'm gonna be mad about something. Be mad about that. Because her husband played for the Bears. And they came to practice and she had on a Green Bay Packers jacket. I'd have jumped her little ass. You're a gold medal gymnastic, but not boxing. I don't know Packer stuff to the Soldier Field. What's wrong with you?
Sheesh. I would have to pick her.
Boy.
You see what you...
What's wrong with her? Why he can't wear her medal?
You know, from the arguments that I've heard, that's something that the medal is something that she worked for. He wasn't with her like shooting in the gym and helping her work out and stuff. She worked really, really hard and hours of practice for her to win that medal, and it's hers, and he's wearing it. It's not his.
Stupid. Aren't they a couple? They're a couple, right?
No, I think they're married.
They're married, so they're a unit. Whatever she does, he does. What do you mean?
I do not disagree. I think it.
That's what it is.
I wonder.
You're married. I mean, y'all a unit. If he wins the Super Bowl, she go wear the ring. Y'all gonna have a problem with that? And he gonna do that on the Bears, but like
he gonna have to leave the Bears to do that. Nasty Beauty, maybe you can shed some light. I didn't see a problem with it. I mean, I'm thinking back to school days when, you know, the high school football jock who had the cheerleader girlfriend. His girlfriend was walking around school wearing his varsity jacket. She wasn't on the field with him. She wasn't throwing no balls.
Did he like go out with her? He just wore it. Like, were they out on a date and he walking around with her medal on?
I think it was like they took a picture together.
Yeah, what? Like, she got so many of them. Her little neck can't hold them all. Why he can't wear it? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. This ain't 4'8".
Oh, she 4'8".
Sheesh. Husband wearing her gold medal. Let's see. For the people.
Look, 9 times out of 10, she put it on him. He ain't go, baby, let me put that on.
Right? Like he ain't good. See, like
I'm sorry, like them being married and as a couple, if you don't think he helped her get to where she is, even a little bit, like that moral support, right? As a couple, because Simone Biles is not rich from the Olympics.
Okay.
People in the Olympics don't make no money.
Okay.
They not.
Ooh.
She got money from endorsements.
Okay. Yeah.
But all the stuff that go into the Olympics cost money. That's why you can't name no other Olympians than like the top 3 that we got.
Mm-hmm.
Even the ones that win gold medals. Between the 4 years of the Olympics, they don't care. They work at Jewel.
Even the ones
they work at Walmart.
Even the ones that I do know, I only know because their name is connected to Simone. Like, I think it was a girl named Gabby Douglas.
Another gymnast, yes.
And I don't know her her capabilities in the gym. I don't know as far as how many medals she's won or whatever the case. But I do know that something happened with her getting her medals revoked, and Simone Biles said something to her about it, like showing support for her.
Right.
If Simone Biles didn't say anything in support of her, I wouldn't know who she was.
Come on, all right, look, yeah, Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas, Sha'Carri Richardson. Who else? Noah Lyles.
Those are the first 3 are the ones I know.
Everybody else poor. I think they get $30,000 for winning gold. Bro, $30,000 for some shit you got to train for 4 years. You don't get no money for qualifying. You don't get no money for going to all these states to go do all the stuff to qualify. You don't get no money for the coach. Would you got to pay the coach? Coach ain't doing it for free.
Right.
Coach don't get no medal. He need money.
Right.
So, like, the people who do the Olympics, they do it for the pure love of the game and hopefully could do something or say something to remain famous. Not to say, like, she doing anything clickbaity, because she's just great. That's why we are consistently talking about her. But that Noah Lyles guy, he had to say outrageous stuff to stay
To be
relevant. And once no one cares about what he's saying, well, you won't never hear that name again.
Yeah,
You hear it every now and again, every 4 years, when they might ask him to speak on the Olympics or how hard it was getting there. But the 3 years in between, don't nobody care about no Olympians.
Yeah.
Bro, you can show me a gold medal right now. I go, oh, that was cool. Anyway.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. That's nice. It's only 30% gold anyway.
Right.
So,
you can't even medal down and make a chain. Like,
right.
Like,
so what, you paid $4 for this?
Right. Okay.
So Be Humble said, Space to slow down the video of Simone. He said, I slowed down the video of Simone being cringy. Nah, bro. It was,
you had to see the triple spin twist she was doing.
I honestly can't even imagine myself. I'm sure if I trained for it like even half as much as she did, I would. What was that?
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Stop it.
If I did half of the.
Stop the cap.
No, I'm for real.
Stop the cap.
So am I.
I definitely wouldn't be able to jump over my own head. I'll tell you that much. Like she can. Like for real, for real. Nasty Beauty said some black women didn't like the interview that he gave about him being Simone's inspiration.
She probably told him that. See, I know a lot of black women had a problem with him. He said early on he didn't know who she was.
Oh,
when they first met. You remember that?
Vaguely.
When they first met, he was talking to her. He had no clue who she was.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was like, how do you not know? She's the best gymnast in the whole wide world. People only care about the Olympics when the Olympics are on.
Ooh.
That's it.
Interesting. Speaking of what Nasty Beauty, on the lines of what Nasty Beauty is talking about, I'm going to say a couple more things about this. One, there was a point in the past where her husband, Jonathan Owens, I think, he was in an interview and they asked him who's the prize in their relationship or their marriage, and he said he was, and black women got mad at him. Like, they went crazy. And guess what happened? Guess what Simone said in response to him saying that?
He is.
Like, I don't understand what this issue is.
He sure is.
I don't understand. Now, second thing is, so I followed this person on YouTube. The channel name is Pink Book Lessons, and she's been talking about like Simone Biles and what's been going on with her. So I don't know if you heard, Simone Biles, her mother came out of the woodwork and talking about how she wants to reconcile her relationship with Simone.
Right, she was addicted to drugs. I don't want to. I'll call it. She was a crackhead.
She said it herself. So
yeah, she was a crackhead, and she didn't have Simone Biles for a long time, like at all. And now, see, this is what I want to talk about. According to that, her mother was like, "Yeah, I would love to have a relationship with my daughter. We'll have to bam, but she needs to reach out to me. She's grown now. She could reach out to me." And as a typical black man, I grew up, without my pops around. And as an adult, I could just go to his house, reach out to him, stuff like that. But for me, I'm like, man, if he want to create that bond, it's got to come from him.
Right.
Just as much as I can come out there, you come to me. You come to one of my shows. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we both adults. One of us got to do it.
Yeah, and that's now. Here's my now. This ties into everyday relationships as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in her mother's on record. I don't have it pulled up because I didn't plan on going this far into the conversation. But her mother's on record, on interview, saying that she is waiting for Simone to reach out to her.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I feel like you as the parent, especially being crackhead, you fucked up. You need to be doing the reaching out to. But then at the same time, there's only so much reaching you could do before the other person has to reach back.
Okay.
All right, you can call your daughter, see how she doing for the day.
Check this out. We got a new subscriber. You ready?
Go.
I'm gonna click it and I want you to read what it says. The top line.
How are you just not subscribing? 39 minutes ago. How long y'all been doing this podcast? I know y'all been doing it longer than 40 minutes, Maul.
Oh man.
Is this Jamaican Maul? That's who. It better be your Jamaican account.
So I err on the side of what you said. I agree. I think my number one thought is the parents are supposed to be the one, the older person in this particular scenario is supposed to be the one that tries to reconcile the relationship.
Right.
Especially if you abandoned your daughter.
Right.
Essentially for drugs, which is what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And out of her own words, out of her own mouth. She said she doesn't have a relationship with Simone because she was out having what they refer to.
She was a crackhead.
Letting life do what life does is what they phrase it, what she phrased it as. Now, I watched this video yesterday of Simone Biles' younger sister, right? The sister came out in defense of the mother, saying, I'm not going to let y'all do too much on my mother, and she's doing what living the life that everybody live and all that stuff. First of all, no matter, I don't care what Be Humble say, I ain't never did crack. I don't care. You hear me, Be Humble?
What?
He said it a lot. He slowed down on that joke.
Oh.
But you remember weeks ago I was doing like this a lot.
That ain't crack. That's booger sugar.
Right? So but no. So the sister wasn't coming out in defense of the mother. Mm-hmm. Now here's the thing: the sister is now maybe 19, 20 years old. Their mother, came into the younger sister's life when the younger sister was 17 years old.
Damn.
And then I find out that through Pink Book Lessons, shout out to you, that Simone Biles apparently is one of 8 through her mother.
Jesus. Fucking for a crack rock. My bad. That was
Holiday Heart.
That was an intrusive thought that was not supposed to come out.
Holiday Heart. He just wanted to touch you, baby. He just wanted to touch you. Like, what the heck? No, it's on the mother. It's on the parent to be the one that tries to reconcile the relationship, and it's up to Simone or the child to decide on whether or not they want to do that.
Right. Yeah.
So if she chooses not to, then that's on Simone, because you as a parent shouldn't have left, especially for crack.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially for crack. It's one thing for you to pull, like, what's his name? Will Smith's dad.
I forgot his name.
Whatever it was. It's one for you to have a
Blue
job.
or something like that. Yeah.
Blue, I think. Yeah. It's one thing for you to have a job or some sort of actual life circumstance that causes you to be away from your children and not have an actual relationship. There's one thing, which is still a bad thing, because I cherish
still
relationships.
wasn't acceptable. Okay.
I still cherish relationships over money. But if you 8 kids, stop it. Stop it.
Nah, for real.
Stop it.
Tripping.
But yeah, that story about Simone Biles just kind of made me tilt my head. Like, you want them to lower the standards because Simone Biles is too good?
That's crazy. That's like lowering the rim because women can't dunk.
I mean, in the WNBA, that'd be cool. But the
NBA, if you lower the rim because Chris Paul couldn't dunk. I'm like, look, Chris Paul should be able to dunk too.
That actually happened?
No.
Oh,
No. They didn't lower. I'm just saying. Like, that's what it seemed like to me. You saying because LeBron James could jump too high, we need to lower the rim so everybody can. Everybody can dunk like that.
How about you get in the gym and practice?
Up the vert. How about that?
That's it. That's all.
Ridiculous.